I ain't never made a call to Diddy. I got Diddy's number. Just hit him up. Yo, Diddy, what up? Never happened.
He told me to take me shopping. I looked at him like, what you just said?
Woo. This is a tight one.
Eminem just dared Diddy to do his worst and openly supported his friend 50 Cent. Diddy might have thought he was going to scare 50 Cent into silence by sending him subtle death threats, but that plan totally backfired. Because not only is 50 Cent not scared, but all Diddy did was annoy 50's bestie, Eminem. And as you guys know, Eminem has never been afraid of Diddy. If anything, he's been waiting for the day that Diddy crosses his path so he can finally deal with him. And it looks like Diddy just opened that door. So now the question is this the start of another brutal feud in the hip-hop world, or is Eminem just bluffing to protect his friend? But before we get into Eminem's beef with Diddy, we have to talk about what even forced Em out of the shadows in the first place. Because 50 Cent and Diddy have been going at each other for years, but Em never really got into the mix. But all of that changed when Diddy started making direct threats against 50's life. As you guys know, 50 Cent recently received flowers from Diddy. The flowers were sent to a club where he was performing. To regular fans, it might have seemed like a genuine show of friendship. However, people who had been following their beef knew immediately that it was a warning, especially since the flowers turned out to be a funeral bouquet. Now, 50 doesn't scare easily, and he quickly made that clear to Diddy when he posted a photo of the flowers. He added the caption, "What kind of gay-ish is this? Diddy sent me flowers at Club 11 LOL. Why all the foreplay? Get busy, you know I'm stupid." Then he added, "A warning, I'm 90s grimy. You don't warn me, LOL." For context, this back and forth began after Diddy released a documentary about 50 Cent on Netflix. That doc exposed so many dirty secrets about Diddy's life that he for sure never wanted to come out to the public. Things like testimony from his childhood friend about how his mother used to put her hands on him and how she was the one who introduced him to the freak-off lifestyle. There's also raw footage of Diddy's calls with his legal team, stuff he actually recorded by himself.
Listen to me. I'm gonna get off the phone right now, and I am going to let you professionals look at the situation and come back to me with a solution. No matter what nobody said. Let's just here and there, y'all are not working together the right way. We're losing.
If Diddy had any plans for a redemption arc after jail, this documentary basically ruined all those plans because it exposed Diddy as a narcissist, unrepentant, and deeply disturbed. So it's easy to see why Diddy felt so angry about the documentary and started going after 50 Cent. However, Eminem stepped in and said, "Not on my watch." And the moment he said that, fans knew he wasn't messing around because M has a history of going after even the biggest people in hip-hop and coming away unscathed. To understand why Eminem isn't afraid of Diddy at all, we have to go all the way back to the 1990s when M was just starting his rap career. At the time, Diddy was already a certified hip-hop mogul, and his Bad Boy Records was already a destination label for any artist looking to make it big in their career. But even then, M knew to stay clear of Diddy or anything related to his record label. And when he finally started building his career over at Dr. Dre's Aftermath Records, he didn't waste any time taking shots at Diddy, starting with his 1996 track, Effing Crazy.
Original bad boy on the case, cover your face. Came into place, blowed and sprayed Puffy with mace.
I mean, M wasn't even afraid of standing up to Suge Knight, one of the most terrifying faces in the industry at this time. So, Diddy was nothing compared to that. M threw multiple shots at him in his Marshall Mathers LP in the early 2000s.
Did y'all expect so much of me? You little groupie, get off me, go Puffy.
But what's most important about all these shots M was throwing was that they weren't just random disses. He was calling Diddy out for his weird bad boy lifestyle and the violence he liked to surround himself with, at a time when everyone was trying to be in Diddy's inner circle. What's interesting is that despite their feud, Diddy seemed to want to be cool with Eminem. In a 2003 interview with Rolling Stone, he spoke about M with respect, placing him up there with the best MCs in that generation. Through all this, Diddy and Eminem's paths never actually crossed except at industry events or award shows. The one time they encountered each other on stage in 2003, when Diddy presented M a Grammy for Best Rap Album, the tension was clear.
The winner is Eminem, the Eminem Show.
Yes, sir.
Yo, man.
Now, it's not clear what exactly caused all this tension or why M never liked Diddy, but things took a turn for the worst when 50 entered the picture. As you all know, Eminem discovered 50 Cent and took him under his wing, transforming him into a superstar within a few years. But their relationship was not just a mentor-mentee thing, they were like brothers. 50 was incredibly loyal to M. M's enemies were his enemies, and M returned the favor. So when Diddy started making passes at Diddy, he made his stance clear immediately. Remember when 50 talked about feeling uncomfortable after Diddy offered to take him shopping? Diddy had tried to frame the request as just a friendly offer, but 50 knew the question was layered. Diddy was trying to see how far he could take things with 50 before he got weirded out. But when M got wind of that, he didn't think it was funny at all. That's when he started throwing even more shade at Diddy, accusing him of being responsible for Tupac's death. In 2018, a documentary titled Murder Rap: Inside the Biggie and Tupac Murders was released, featuring a tell-all interview by LAPD detective Greg Kading. Kading revealed that from his investigation, it was Diddy who allegedly ordered the hit on Tupac, and he knows that because the person he hired, Keith D, confessed to it in multiple interviews. Keith D is currently in jail in connection with this plot, and he has admitted that Diddy paid him $1 million to take Tupac out, even talking about the incident itself in detail. The moment this documentary came out, 50 Cent ran with it, saying it confirmed what he had always known about Diddy.
I told you you can't trust these niggas. Now Puffy done killed Tupac, man.
That same year, M released a diss aimed at Machine Gun Kelly titled Kill Shot. In the song, he rapped about Diddy being the one who put the hit out on Tupac, but later tried to play it off as a joke.
Skills for cows, the day you put out a hits, the day Diddy admits that he put the hit out, they got pop kill,
Oh, and I'm just playing, Diddy.
But fans didn't buy that disclaimer. The internet exploded immediately with different theories, and fans made countless reaction videos dissecting those two lines. Some argued that Eminem had taken it too far, while others wondered, what if he's saying the truth? After all, he wouldn't just say something like that for no reason. If Diddy could ignore M's shorts in the past, this was one he couldn't ignore, because for him, Tupac is a very painful topic. Diddy has done a lot of work to distance himself from that part of his life. So Eminem causally bringing it up in a diss track that had nothing to do with him felt like he had crossed the line. Later, when Eminem addressed his MGK beef in an interview, he confirmed that he and Diddy were not on speaking terms at all. They had nothing in common, and they'd never even spoken over the phone.
I had never made a call to Diddy, really? I got Diddy's number, just hit him up. Yo, Diddy, what up?
At this point, Eminem had already drawn a line against Diddy and made it clear that he was not afraid of treating him as an enemy. Fast forward to 2020, and M released his album Music to Be Murdered By, featuring the track Godzilla, where he threw jabs at Diddy again.
Got them racks with so much ease that they call me Diddy, cause I make bands and I call getting cheese a cakewalk.
However, this time, the lines he mentioned, the cheesecake lines, would later come back to haunt Diddy when he was exposed in 2023, after it was revealed that he had victimized artists from his show Making the Band. Diddy apparently once asked members of Da Band from Making the Band to buy cheesecake for one of his guests during a freak-off. The fact that M was already exposing him even before the lawsuits and federal indictment came through showed just how little he was afraid of Diddy and his threats. Around the same time, M's earlier recorded diss track about Diddy and his company Revolt TV leaked online, and it was brutal. Now, a day after this track leaked, M apologized for it in a Twitter statement, saying he had recorded the track in the heat of the moment but never meant for it to be released. He said, "I agree with Revolt. This is an unnecessary distraction. I never meant for that verse to be heard. I was heated in the moment and thought better of it and decided to pull it back." However, this didn't make much difference because it was clear Eminem was just trying to be civil and leave all the drama behind. With everything he had done up until this point, fans could see that M was ready to pull up on Diddy no matter what his resources were or who he was affiliated with. But here's where everything flips. As you know, Diddy's downfall in 2023 was swift. Dozens of victims filed civil lawsuits against him, and the feds swarmed his house in full tactical gear. gear. And then his foot soldier, Keith D, was arrested for going on YouTube channels and openly talking about his friendship with Diddy and how Diddy allegedly hired him to take Pac out. But rather than stay out of the drama as usual, Eminem hopped on the wave in his album The Death of Slim Shady, where he went after Diddy harder than before. He rapped about the so-called Diddy parties, branding them as something dangerous and on brand for Diddy. In the track Antichrist, M recalls the horrifying video of Diddy putting his hands on Cassie.
Next idiot asked me is getting his beat worse than Diddy did. But on the rail though, she probably ran out the room with his dildo.
And then in the track Fuel, he makes a clever play on words, basically calling Diddy a rap. After that, he raises the deaths of Tupac and Biggie again, blaming Diddy for their deaths. So M basically touched every one of Diddy's forbidden topics and still got away with it. And that's saying something about what he thinks of Diddy. And that's why Eminem never feared Diddy. Not then, not now, not even at the height of Diddy's power. For decades, M has said the same thing in different ways. Intimidation only works if you believe in it. And he never did. Diddy tried warnings, silence, and even threats. But none of that works on someone who built his entire legacy by saying what everyone else was too scared to touch. Eminem didn't step in to be loud. He stepped in because lines were crossed and loyalty demanded it. So when people ask whether Eminem is bluffing or if this could turn into another full-blown hip-hop war, the answer might already be clear. Eminem isn't escalating anything. He's standing exactly where he's always stood. And the real question now isn't what Eminem will do next. It's whether Diddy ever really understood who he was dealing with in the first place.